Welcome to another episode of Behind the Seams here at the Clean Show in Orlando today. I have Brendan O'Neill with me from London Hospital Linen Services. Brendan, welcome to the podcast.
Oh, Jeff, thank you so much for having me, man.
You're behind the scenes, baby.
I've seen all of them that you've done so far. They're so great.
Oh,
so
that's awesome.
I'm really appreciative to be...
what do you think of the booth? You're cozy? It's good?
Yeah, dude, really, really well done.
Nice.
Super classy and a lot of fun.
How's the show going so far?
You know, it's been awesome. There's so much energy entering this building, seeing all of my contacts, seeing all the different booths, and seeing some really cool, innovative products. It's been so good so far.
Have you seen a lot of automation and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I think there's obviously a huge trend towards automation and textile management, automation in equipment, sorting technologies. That is a game changer if you're a laundry operator. So super exciting.
And some beautiful textiles here as well.
That goes without saying. That goes without saying. You know, I think George Courey's done such a great job of building their repertoire of product amongst all of the different kinds of laundry and kinds of linen and kinds of products that laundries need. So it's awesome.
You know, it's thank you for mentioning that, first of all. And of course, we're very proud a supplier of yours. And so what have you noticed about dealing with George Courey in the last few years, let's say? So is it like, do we provide a good service for you guys?
So absolutely. I think from a relationship building perspective, I think you guys are definitely set apart in engaging with your customers differently than some other organizations and listening to what your customers' needs are and understanding some of the trends and how those trends can be applied to laundry. And I think, you know, the growth in surgical has been significant.
Right.
And I've been really both appreciative and very impressed on how you guys have organically grown that business. So it's super, it's a wonderful opportunity.
You know, surgical is something that we've been talking about for a long time. And
absolutely.
It's one of those tricky little areas where you got to do it right. There's no shortcuts in the reusable surgical textile business, right?
Yeah.
And I think that you guys at LHLS do it right as well. Well, you've been cultivating that over many years.
We have, but it takes strong partnerships to make it successful. Without quality textiles that both meet the price point, but also get you the turns on the product you need, you won't have a successful surgical program. And our work that we've done with George Courey has been wonderful over the last few years. So super excited about it. Yeah.
There's a bright future, I think, as well, because I think that the future is just, you know, as artist says, the future is not disposable.
Absolutely.
It resonates so well with the reusable surgical sector, right? Because that has to be growing.
Totally. And there's an opportunity right now. And, you know, I think coming out of COVID, there was a lot of focus on reusable versus disposable products. And I think we still have an opportunity to regain that market share.
Right.
And we're dialoguing with our customers differently today than pre-COVID, to be honest.
Right.
So I think there's more opportunities to come, and only a trajectory going in the right direction for growth in surgical, for sure.
You know, it's something that requires all of us, all of the industry members to really get together and make sure that it grows, because we have to.
Oh, totally. And that's why coming here, you know, it starts with the textiles, but chemistry folks, equipment folks, you know, and laundry management folks.
Yeah,
like you
right
have
to the hospital level, infection prevention is.
Absolutely.
Right?
I was just at the ALM booth and learning about some of their new programs and how our work and education can extend into hospitals differently, which is a huge opportunity. So many cool things are happening here at the Clean Show.
Right. It's all happening at the Clean Show.
It's all at the Clean Show.
Well, thanks for stopping by,
My
Brendan.
pleasure.
Hope you have a great show.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, absolutely. My pleasure. My pleasure.
We have Joe Ricci from TRSA here. Joe, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks, Jeff, for having me. I appreciate it.
What do you think? We took the show on the road.
This is a great booth.
Yeah?
I love the podcast. I've watched the other episodes. So you guys are pulling it off, which is awesome.
Welcome. So TRSA, you guys are doing big things. We're here at the Clean Show. What do you have going on?
So one of the things we're rolling out at the Clean Show is our RSR Quick Start. So we're doing that with Performance Matters. And it's for your RSRs, getting them up to speed on training, either when they're new RSRs or if they've been there for a while. It's got safety, ethics, sales, linen inventory management. So it's really all in one. It's a 10-week course.
Right.
And it's interactive. It's got test components to it. It's all done at the pace of how either the company wants to do it or how the RSR wants to do it.
It's such a good idea. And it's a trend, right? It's kind of like integrating different groups. It's Clean Show is not just about laundry anymore. It's about all the other people around laundry as well, right?
Yeah, there's plenty of equipment here, but some of the innovations we've seen have been with cart manufacturing, with software providers, with textile providers that are coming up with new ideas on things that can help our members, the operators of commercial laundries, be more productive, be more profitable.
And some textile providers are becoming influencers and social media
becoming podcasters, giving up the whole, tariffs would make me want to become a podcaster instead of maybe linen management.
We try to stay away from the T word around here, but it's been something. Well, that's great. So a lot of good stuff going on at TRSA. I was at your cocktail the other night. It was a fantastic event.
It was a
Lots of people there.
This is the first year we did it. We always tried to do it on the Friday before the Clean Show. We think it's a good way to just sort of kick off the week.
Right.
And this year we actually did it with the CSC network. So it's the first time that TRSA and CSC network have done a reception together.
Right.
From the feedback we've got, everybody really enjoyed themselves. It was nice to get the two groups together.
Nice.
And we're doing a lot of things around that. You'll see we're doing a Laundry Hill Day in February with all the big associations, ARDA, ALM, Takata, ITRA, ARDA, and ourselves are all part of the Laundry Hill Day. So we're working on issues that are relevant to the industry, that impact us in a variety of ways, and we can talk with one voice. And so trying to get the industry together.
It's such a good thing. And, I sit on the board of ARDA as well, and we're very proud to be part of that Laundry Hill Day. I think that it's so good to get the different industries together. Each one has its own specialty, its own thing, but getting them together is powerful, right, for our industry.
And they bring different areas of knowledge and expertise to the table. For instance, working with ARDA, we're able to bring in some of their research that they're doing that talks about the benefits of reusable versus disposable textiles. You bring in Takata, so Takata typically they represent the equipment manufacturers. What do they bring to the table as far as the things that are issues around sustainability? So it's bringing all those pieces together and creating some common messaging that's been really helpful.
Great. So what do you think? What's the one big thing from the Clean Show that you've seen so far that's standing out to you so far?
There's a lot of push towards automation. I think we're in the midst of completing an Oxford economics impact study. So it's an economic impact study of how our industry impacts the U.S. Two things jumped out from that study that were really interesting. One is how old our industry is becoming. So you look at
gray hairs like us.
A lot of gray hairs like us. So you looked at how we stack up against the rest of the country, and we just have more older employees. And unfortunately, less younger employees. So that's where the gap is, and we need to change that. The other piece that was really evident when looking at some of that research is that we're back to pre-COVID levels as far as revenue is, as far as production, but with less people. So the automation is starting to take hold, even if it's simple automation. And here you're seeing a lot of companies that are really stretching what you can do with automation. And it's being driven, there's a lot of talk about AI, obviously, but a lot of it's being driven by RFID and cameras. So some existing technologies that have been around have been proven, combining those technologies and then using AI as well.
And as a innovator on the textile side of things, and we talked about bringing different groups together, we're doing that as well on the textile side. The more automation there is in equipment, the more we have to make sure that the textiles we're running through those equipment can withstand the new way of doing it, And so it's about bringing the minds together and creating together so that we can combat the disposable, because that's what we're all here for. We have one common enemy at the end of the day, which is making sure that, reusable is here to stay.
We just sat in a session, and one of the comments that came out was we don't want to be the backups for disposables.
That's right.
And we want to be the leaders in what people are using, and the disposables is the backup for the reusable products.
Well, talk about leaders. You're a great one. You're doing great stuff for TRSA. Thanks for joining us on Behind the Scenes, and have a great show.
Thanks, Jeff. You too.
The blooper reel.
We almost had it.
We're in Orlando at the Clean Show, and I have with me Randy Bartsch, chairman of TRSA. Randy, welcome to Behind the Scenes.
Well, it's a real pleasure. How are you doing, Jeff?
Good. We started a podcast, so we sell linens, and we are influencers and social media stars now, FYI.
Oh, okay. Watch out.
So how are you doing? How's the show been so far for you?
Good. Well, it's great. It's day 2. One of the things that happens is you just see everybody on the aisles and get reconnected, which is wonderful because everybody comes together. So it's great to be here in Orlando and, see you and the gang.
All the old faces, meet some new ones, that's what it's about here.
Absolutely.
And so have you seen any kind of evolving trends at the show, like some of the equipment stuff that you're seeing, or some beautiful textiles like we have here?
Yeah. Well, it's an interesting contrast. On one hand, it's Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
It's the same stuff over and over again. But at the same time, sprinkled in there is some interesting new things.
Right.
It's nice to see some outside innovation coming in. Some of the robotic stuff's quite interesting.
Yes.
I think technology, microprocessors, all of these things have improved of the equipment side. I think one of the things that I've really seen is a huge difference between this show and the last time we got together is the advancement in textiles,
right.
Textile technology, ability to process. The advances that have been made are really. They're quite phenomenal. They really are.
And that's where we're innovating textiles.
Yeah.
We have to think about what are the changes on the processing side to make sure that our stuff can withstand the new, mechanisms, the new way that they're processing the linen.
It's all got to work together.
It has to work together, which is why I like coming to the Clean Show, because we can see those things and start to get ahead of it and collaborate and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's going on at TRSA? Anything new happening?
Well, I mean, one of the big advances this past year has been the increased advocacy in Canada for Canadian members and also the multinationals that are operating in Canada. Our industry, both industrial, hospitality, and healthcare, touches 80% of all Canadians, whether they know it or not. And in most cases, they don't know it.
Right.
But it is an important part of both providing the identity or the protection, especially with healthcare workers. That they need when they're doing their job and going about their day. So it's nice to see TRSA stepping up and providing a bit more impact for our members there.
And I've been happy to be involved in some of those Canadian advocacy discussions, and it's such important work because, our industry, we need a voice, and we need a voice. We have a strong one in the U.S., and in Canada, we need one as well, because there's so much that we need to be pushing our legislators in the right direction, right? Yeah,
and I mean, I think a lot of the legislative issues, come out of the U.S. They're kind of birthed there. And there's a good experience with the team, the TRSA team in Washington, D.C. to advance these amongst the decision makers and the lawmakers. And so, we're able to build off that. Canada's a different country. It has a different, political structure.
Right.
But, basically, getting the people that make those decisions for us to understand what we do and the impact that we have as an industry is really important.
We try to stay politically neutral on behind the scenes here. We're Switzerland right now, but absolutely, and it comes with change, right? Like this idea of change and how things evolve over time. TRSA is evolving. Do you get what I'm saying? Like this concept of change and how things have evolve.
It's interesting. One of the themes that's come up in conversations, because we haven't seen people for a while, you bump into them. And, everybody talks about the before times, before COVID,
pre-COVID.
I don't know how many times, pandemic or COVID's come up, but it's, we're 5 years past that, right? And so I think, the pandemic's been, was really, COVID happened and nobody knew about it. It hit us. Yeah. And it was like a slow moving train wreck. Right. Yeah. And what would happen is a year or 2 years later, something would emerge and we'd say, well, that's the new normal. Right. But it's actually just a knock-on impact from the original, supply chain disruption, the displacement of people, lockdowns, all of those things had reverberations through society in every country. And different waves would come through, like skipping a stone on the lake, right? You get the ripples. And you think, well, that's the new norm. Well, it's actually not the new norm. It's just part of the readjustment. Right. But we're five years in. There was a study that came out by R.W. Baird, which is a financial analyst that analyzes our industry. And they were saying that things are now stabilizing and returning to pre-pandemic. Yeah. Well, 5 years has gone by.
That's right.
There's a lot of change that's happened in the world around us in 5 years.
Right.
Besides the fundamental pandemic.
Right.
But I think what's really interesting is we're entering a phase of incredible disruption that'll, be upon us as AI so this November will mark the third year that ChatGPT was made available.
Yeah,
right? 3 years.
Huh?
And
rocked the world.
Yeah. Its impact is remarkable.
Right.
Embedded in almost every type of software that's being generated. And that's not coming from our industry. That's coming from outside our industry. Right. And what we need to do is to embrace it and see how it can empower textile development, how it can help integrate operations, how it can help us, just fundamentally be more efficient. Obviously, there's the whole labor disruption that we're likely to face with the demographic shifts, more so in Europe and in other countries that have, again, knock-on impacts from the post-World War II, reality, because the war was fought on their soil. So, they just don't have enough workers to get jobs done. So, it's natural that they would turn to robotics. And there are plants being built now that have a high component of automation.
Absolutely.
We don't have those same constraints in the market in North America of labor availability. Like, we whine and complain about it, but it's not the same. Like, there's still people that show up, right?
There'll always be something to complain about. Right. I think that's something that won't change, right?
But exactly. But I think we'll see, the next 5 years, a significant advancement in technology and the way it interfaces with the industry. And so it's exciting times.
So what is exciting is having you here on the podcast, Randy.
Well,
we appreciate you stopping by. Thanks. That was very insightful. I think you hit a lot of important points, because you know what? This is what Clean Show is about, is learning from other industry leaders and understanding where we're going, right? So I don't know what we're going to be talking about in the next Clean Show, but I can certainly know it's going to be around automation, AI, and all these and amazing textiles.
Great.
Right?
Well, I look forward to it.
All right. Thank you, Randy. Thank you for being here.
We are with the none other, the legend, Jason Hartsell. How you doing, Jay?
Hi, Matt. How you doing?
Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it.
No problem.
Clean Show Orlando. Are you having a good time so far?
I'm having a hot time and stormy time.
Hot and stormy. Can you believe the storms that we had yesterday? I don't know if you were walking around here when you heard the thunder come through. It was pretty intense.
Yeah, some of our team got stuck flying around circles for like 3 hours.
No way. God bless Orlando weather, huh? In the middle of summer hurricane season.
Exactly.
So what are you guys doing here at the Clean Show? What are you guys looking for? Anything specific?
Nothing specific. Just looking at equipment. Meeting some of our vendors. That's a big part of it. Just networking, saying hi to everybody.
Yeah.
Seeing if anything new or exciting.
Absolutely. We find it so interesting on our end, like the ability to be able to do this, but we have all of those partners in one spot, having conversations, building relationships. Like, I think that's a really important part of business partnership, don't you think?
100%. Like the Clean Show gives you that opportunity where you can look at the linen vendors, the textile vendors, the chemical vendors. Everybody's here in one spot. And it really gives you the opportunity to kind of like bring some of the stuff together that you've been working on.
Yeah, I think that it's really hard to do that when you're involved in your operations day to day, right? You're busy running a plant, multiple plants actually. I think UHS has now, right? You guys have two big plants. So like when you're running those day-to-day operations, you don't really have time to make that investment in that relationship that you have with all of your vendor community. We think anyways that relationship is so important, right? Because things happen, right? Sometimes a little bit rocky, especially with what's going on in supply chain, but certainly having those relationships and finding a place like this to be able to build those relationships are important, no?
Yeah, building the relationships is really important here. So.
Yeah, very cool. Also wanted to thank you for coming to our little soiree last night. Did you guys enjoy yourself?
I had a good time at your humble little house you had.
Yeah, we had a really good time hosting you. Again, one of those opportunities to build those relationships with customers. We're trying to do things different in George Courey, and I think it's kind of working out for us.
And that was definitely different. I've been to, I don't know, this is probably like 5th or 6th, 7th Clean Show, something like that. And it's definitely different. Never had somebody with a house like that. It makes a lot of sense, and it was a good time.
Yeah, it was. It really was a good time. So we do a little bit of business together, Jason. So George Courey and UHS. What is it that you appreciate about what George Courey provides you?
Well, the quality of the product's good. We wash test everything extensively before we go with a new vendor.
You definitely do.
And so the testing's been important. The quality's been good. We've got good feedback, and if there's been any issues or anything like that, communication's been good.
Okay.
So I think overall it's been a pretty good relationship on the George Courey side.
Yeah,
so
great.
It's been good. It's grown the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So I think it's been a positive for us.
Yeah, great. I'm glad to hear that. Definitely quality matters, right, to customers. And we understand you guys go through an extensive quality control process, especially through your bid. And we've been pretty successful, and we're happy with the business we do. So Thank you. Really appreciate that. And thank you for joining me on an episode of Behind the Scenes.
Yep.
Thanks, Shay. Really appreciate
We have with us Ashlie from Crown. Ashlie, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thanks.
What do you think? Nice and cozy?
It is very cute. I like it.
All right, good. So, Ashlie, you are new to the Clean Show. This is your first Clean Show, right?
I am, first
And
year.
what are your first impressions?
It is very impressive. A little
Impressive.
overwhelming, but incredibly impressive.
Overwhelming. So, did you see all the
Yes.
automation and all that kind of stuff?
Yes, I
Okay.
don't really know what I was expecting walking in and it being as large as it is and all the machines that were brought in and in here. So it's kind of a lot, but
Nice.
I think day 3 now going in, it's a little less overwhelming. Which
Now
is
you're an
nice.
industry veteran at the Clean
Yes,
Show.
I know what I'm doing now. Have it down.
So tell us a little bit, what's your role as at Crown?
I am a customer advocate, so I cover North Florida and South Georgia.
Okay.
Yes.
And so customer advocate. So you're here with that customer lens on, right? So what are you looking for in particular to bring back to your folks?
For me, I think it was more places that or companies that we're currently using that I can gain more knowledge to bring back to my customers.
Okay.
I think the next one I'll take on more of the new things, but
Uh-huh.
I was like, let's start with step 1.
Right.
Going from a customer side of it, I think the operations is a little over my head. While it's very cool, it was not really my thing
Right.
so much.
You're
but
looking at the nice products, the textiles.
Yeah.
I know you like some of the gowns that we have here at George Courey.
Yes, I
right?
do actually.
Yeah.
I really am a fan of the Mamo gown and cape.
Yeah.
We actually currently use the pink one with the white trim.
Okay.
And one of the things that was actually asked is about the links. So I saw that you guys have the purple one now. So super interested in that.
Nice.
But yeah, I think that part of it, I'm able to, the textile part of it, a lot of the data part of it, and going to the educations in the morning, those have been really nice to sit there, listen to the speakers, and bring that information back. So
Oh, that's
that was
so
neat
cool.
too. Yeah.
And so you mentioned mammal gowns. So is that something that clients are asking for more and more these days?
Oh, for sure.
Really?
Absolutely.
Okay,
I
there's a
think that
trend there.
that's more, even in like in bigger hospitals, that part of the department is expanding and they're wanting more options and just more specific, like I said, with the link that they would,
Right.
that they're asking for.
Yeah, it makes so much sense. And you're not alone. There's a lot of, around the country, people asking for more mammal, more specialized kind of gowns. Like, I think that's needed today. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's so cool. And so I'm happy you saw a cool one here.
Yes.
And so, you know what? I think that this is a great first Clean Show for you. Are you going to be back?
I hope so.
Yeah?
I
Okay,
think so,
great.
yeah. I'm
Okay, well, you know what they say. Once you start in laundry and once you start the Clean Show, you never leave.
That is what
You're
I'm
gonna be here
hearing.
for a
I'm
while.
only a year and a half in.
Yeah.
And everyone that I talk to has a lot more years, but they love it and they stay in the industry. So I'm actually really excited to learn all the things.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us here on
absolutely.
Behind the Scenes and have a great rest of the Clean Show. Thank you, Ashlie.